Okay, Louis Pandol is the next recipient. He and Suzanne need to come up here. I think I met Louis when he was in my school newspaper Livewire class, and I think when he was born he started being the scorekeeper at Delano High, the timekeeper, the scorekeeper. And Suzanne's going to make the presentation. She wasn't his coach, but they're classmates. That's how come she's going to be up there. And I tried to get everything you sent me in email, but it said it didn't accept Excel or whatever. I don't know anything about computers. I just know how to type the things. But they'll fill you in.
I've been going to these banquets for 13 years. This is the funnest one so far because I actually have either cheered at a game, watched the game, sat in the stands and cheered for the game, and for whatever what it was, I know these people. I know their names, I know who they are. Oh, by the way, relationships. When we were looking for J.R. Rodriguez, I called my daughter and says, there's one guy we can't find, J.R. Rodriguez. And she looked at me and she goes, he's married to Auntie Esther. Oh. So apparently, you can know people and still not know people. But me and Lewis's class features very well tonight. Class of 77, we rock, we always do. But Lewis here, I've known since we were freshmen in high school. I cheered with his cousin, Sonia, Katina, when she was a senior. But it was, the 70s were really, truly a great decade, weren't they? I mean, when you think of the music and the clothes and the spirit of the 70s, we rocked. Everything that happens now really started back then. We started back then, Louis. We started our friendship. You started scorekeeping. I started watching you scorekeep. I couldn't do any sports at all. I was a cheerleader. When I had to pass my swim test, I did it 3 inches underwater, looking at Mrs. Stahl, saying, I'm gonna drown, just pass me. Because you had to pass. But Louis is more than just a scorekeeper. He has been the spirit of Delano High School, along with Mr. Gerard, as they carry out tradition, as they have memories for every detail you can imagine, both of them. Louis has such a heart. He always texts me, Dan, we have a home game tonight. I'll try to make it there, Louis. I try to make a basketball game at least once a year because he needles me until I do. He has been a Delano High School supporter with booster clubs, with fundraisers. He's a community servant. I actually did get his bio that he sent Mr. Gerard, and it is 2.5 pages long of his service. And I'm so proud of Louis. He is I don't know if we've done Mr. Gerard, haven't we? What? Are you in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Mr. Gerard is a non-sportsman player Hall of Fame, and Louis is a non-sports play Hall of Famer. An honor I know he truly, truly appreciates, because it is never, when it comes to the heart of a sports person, it's Louis Pandol.
Yeah.
Thank you, Suzanne, for that. And yeah, I go back a long way. I listened earlier to several of my classmates that you heard inducted. Mr. Wiley, Debbie Burrell obviously isn't here. And of course, Randy, I remember being at that game when you ran that kickoff, that punt return back for a touchdown. But first thing I probably should tell you is how the heck did I get my start doing what I do and still do today? And I would say, I remember going with my mom to school open house. And we went in and we were going through and seeing my instructors, and we stopped in and see Coach Robertson, because I was in his algebra class. And we got to talking about, well, Louis is really good at statistics and this and that. And he said, well, maybe he ought to be going and doing statistics for the basketball team. So that's where it got started. And Gary, actually, I was in your freshman English class,
Oh, God,
so
sorry.
you forgot about that too. So
Terrible memory.
I had you in fourth period. I had Coach Robinson in first period. And of course, I see Coach Noriel here in the audience today, and I was a student of his back when I was a sophomore in phys ed. So anyway, I remember doing the first game that I had to go do was say, okay, you're going to do statistics and do charts. And so I started there. I think we were at Hanford. It was after Thanksgiving. And did the thing. And the next game, we were at Redwood. And Coach Lowry says, you're going to do the scorebook tonight. Like, okay. So it didn't take long to figure out how to do that. And here I am later. Assuming Albino's bringing me back this fall, will be my 50th season scoring games for the school. And so I look at this from one point of view. This is, as Suzanne says, I'm not an athlete. Of course, Gary was not really, I would say, an athlete. And my mom even asked me the question before I came down here tonight, because she couldn't make it over here. She's still, she's not physically able to do that. It's a little bit hard for her to be in a group like this. So my sister's staying with her this evening. But she asked me, says, hey, you're going in for this. She says, is Gerard in there? I said, well, I don't know, but if there's only two guys that really deserve to be in, like, for this type of award, it's he and I, after what we've done. But even though my mom isn't here, I do have some of my family members here, my siblings, and some of their, I have my niece and nephew out there in the audience. Of course, some of you know I recently just lost one of my brothers here, and in fact, he probably would have been here tonight if he were around. But his wife and son and daughter are here. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Suzanne, you and I have been through a lot over these years. 9 class reunions we've had.
Yes.
We just had one last fall.
Yeah.
And she and I have been on the committee from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I also have one of my other classmates, Terry Vasquez, back there, who sits with us on the committee too. I'm not sure what else you'd like to know, but I will say this. I also look at this as a non-athlete receiving this. I equate it to something, if those of you who've been down to where the Staples Center is, and I know they don't call it that anymore, I look at it this way. If you look up on the banner of the retired Lakers jerseys up there, and you see there's one banner up there that has the microphone, which is in signifying Chick Hearn, who was the play-by-play announcer for all those years. I relate this to something like that. So I have to say thank you to the committee for this honor and inducting me into this group.
Barney?
You get Jerry Gerard out of the
Just
picture.
one.
Just one?
No.
Okay.
You take another one. It's the